Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 7, Countdown Live. So we've taken our 2-week break and we are back. We're going to count this down. Many of you were in the stream on Friday night where we talked a really good predictions, some bold predictions that were out there. We're going to recap a little bit of that, and we did break down the teaser, the trailer, a couple of those that are out there on the AMC site. So it tells us a lot of information, but it answers some questions, but I think it's going to leave some more questions. We're going to have pen and pad in hand tonight and really try to get this thing going. Got a couple special announcements I want to make before we get started. We'll start with a super chat, and that is Valar saying hello to the 999 Army. Kill Steph, Emmy Kills, Bree, Sweet Tommy, sponsors and patrons. And also, she did mention Sweet Tommy, and I do want to say this is Tommy, the sweet-ass enforcer mechanist, birthday today. So I want to say everybody, if you guys could wish Tommy a happy birthday as we get into the stream. These streams usually last 20-25 minutes or so. We're going to just break down what we think is going to happen. We've got some pretty good insight, I think, in tonight's episode. So the first question is, well, you can see from a little bit of the synopsis of the episode, it says the wrong side of where you are now. Madison's decision to help an adversary has unintended consequences. So I'm going to get into that in 1 second, but there you can see Pete D wishing Tommy a happy birthday as well. Thank you so much, Pete. And I haven't seen Tom. Is Tommy in the stream? He might be out celebrating his birthday, but if not, he will pop in at some point. And you guys, if you don't catch him tonight, you can catch him on the reaction video a little bit later on. So I'm going to ask the question, and they're pretty spot on with these. Who does Madison help, and what are the unintended consequences? So it looks like she has the gun pulled on Mel, and she says no one is gone until she's gone. Is she going to go out and try to save Mel and then put herself in harm's way? Leave your best thoughts, leave your best predictions right now. What exactly does that mean? Who does Madison help, and what are the unintended consequences? I'm going to read a few of your comments, and just keep in mind, everything you guys type along the stream will show up in today's video, and also we got a lot of people coming in. Make sure you guys slap that like button as well. So Walking Dead Nerd says she is going to help Mel. That is going to be her adversary. What else we got? Anybody got any different predictions that are out there? And what do you think the unintended consequences are going to be, Walking Dead Nerd? Kristen Beach says she's saving Charlie. Fluff says Naomi. Helps John. I think it's going to be before that, Wilson. I think it's going to be in the past, not the present. Same thing. I don't think it's going to be Morgan. Well, I mean, we may see Madison help somebody tonight. Maybe she, pops out when the shootout's going on. But I think it's going to be this scene, and we're going to find out a little bit more about what happens with the stadium. So Morgan and John would be a little bit tougher with me because they're not in the past, they're in the future. You guys may be right, but I think it's going to have to do with the maybe the stadium's going to be set on fire, or the walkers that we talked about, one or two of those scenarios. Charlie, look at the flowers. Charlie and Mel end up back at the stadium together. Somehow I think Madison gives in to help them. Stimpy Girl says she helps Mel, which gives him a chance to convince Naomi to join them. That seems a pretty good prediction to me. Because we know that they're at the stadium right now, and, well, there's simultaneous things going on. There's the past and the present. But in the past, they're at the stadium. The stadium is about to be taken over because we hear Strand say, sound the alarm. That must be where the vultures are finally going to attack. So we're going to get to see the dark side of those vultures that we haven't really seen. They've just been lurking out there, waiting. But now we think that they're going to make their move. And if they make their move, we still have to transition into Naomi joining them. No, John's not going to die. All right, so Walking Dead Nerd says, yes, I think Mel will convince Naomi to leave or warns her something is coming. So Kel says, are we sure the Vultures make the first move? We're not positive on that, but when Strand says sound the alarm, it seems as if they wait till sometime at night and then they make a move. Unless, Kel, they're going to keep it in some gray area. I think they need to villainize them a little bit more. And Naomi has a choice. She's going to pick survival. See, I know some of you said that you think that Naomi and Madison could be in on something. I think Naomi might have a chance to help Madison, and she bolts on her. Maybe that's why Nick and Alicia have so much animosity. Something had to go down with Madison. Either she's trapped or, they see someone, turn on her. Or, let's just go ahead and ask the question. Is this the episode that Madison dies? Are we going to get another shocker? Because, when Nick died, it was a complete shock. I think there's been a few things that nobody knows what's going down. I know it would be shocking, but let me go ahead and get your bold predictions right now. Is Madison going to die in this episode? I think a lot of people are going to say no. So if it did happen, it would be a complete shock, wouldn't it? Because nobody's expecting it. I just want to see if anybody's going to say yes. Tegan says, no, please no. Oh, I got a could be. Deborah Mooney says could be. Ron says might imply it, but won't confirm it. No, they're gonna drag us along for at least another week, right? Steph is saying captive. Well, if Madison doesn't die, and there's got to be something, we've had a 2-week break, there is going to be some epic plot twist tonight. So, other than what you've seen in teasers and the trailers, I want you to give me your biggest shock for tonight. What do you think is going to go down? Because I got a feeling they've been holding back, and the good stuff always happens like the week before the mid-season finale. So I think like 7 is where they really have the drama. So I have high hopes for tonight's episode. I'm looking forward to the reaction video after the show. I get a feeling it's just going to be one of those where in there it's like, I never saw that coming. So give me your shocker of tonight. What do you think is going to go down that people might not be expecting? Could it be something with Althea? Mel could bite the dust, but we've gotten some predictions from people that think that Mel escapes the exploding ambulance. That Fluff, if Emmy ever gave any Walking Dead show less than a 9, it would be a shocker. So, yeah, she'll never rate one of the episodes a 6. E-Beach says the Vultures Master Group will appear. So we'll get to see a new villain. That would be shocking. We find out that Mel's not in charge. Jimmy's jamming says Madison's new head of the Vultures. I don't see it. Unintended consequences. Well, the unintended consequences, she gets voted leader. Hey, you lead. No, I don't want to do it. Madison. Madison is the one. No, that's not going to happen. Villar says Charlie is Rose. Yeah, I think that would be shocking. And Charlie talking to someone on the radio leads me to believe that you know, she's looking for Mom. No. Killers, Madison will not kill Charlie. We know that Charlie is on the radio with someone, and she's with Alicia. And Charlie is saved. Morgan saved her. Ooh, Beth Brigette says Madison might be dead. Ron says Althea is working with the vultures. I'm going to have a hard time with that one too, just because of how much she's been driving around helping look for the flag. I mean, that would bother me if that happened that way, Ron. Ooh, Chosen One says, whatever goes down at the stadium forces Madison into hiding. Then she meets Althea, asks her to keep an eye on the group. That's where the tapes come in. Yeah, but that'd be dangerous. Because the way they got hijacked. A lot had to go right for them to be nice to each other. It could have went down a different way. Okay, we do have some people coming out and saying that Madison might be leaving the show after tonight. I would love to have another one of those reaction videos where it's just in shock. Shock with Nick, shock with Madison. Maybe they're in the Bluebell field together. Yeah, I think part of the mystery tonight is going to be something with Althea. Well, it would be kind of ironic. And look, the writers have used a lot of irony and a lot of references to The Walking Dead. So wouldn't it be ironic if Laura is Naomi and Charlie is Rose? Like mother, like daughter. Neither one of them can keep the same name. You never know. The writers have been known to do some crazy stuff. I would not put it past them. We are also going to... I don't know if we're going to answer all the questions with Alicia, but every week that we get closer and closer to the mid-season finale, I just have to understand why Alicia and Nick are so angry and Strand and Lucy were not. And I get it that, you know, they're Madison's kids and they're taking it to a whole different level. But wouldn't you think if something happened to Madison that Strand would have that connection with Madison as well? Harley Quinn says, I think they're setting it up to think it'll be Madison, but I'm not sold on it that it'll be. Yeah, it's hard to figure out. So just a lot of props to the writers. Yeah, that's what I thought, E-Beach. I thought that Strand would have been a little bit more resentful. I mean, I know they're out there, and we got to take it back a couple episodes. They're out there trying to find the vultures. But you know what? As soon as Nick finds him, Nick wants to kill Enos. And then Alicia is going to do some damage tonight. I mean, Alicia wants to gun down Mel. And I don't know, maybe Nick was just that upset about the crops and the stadium, because we are going to find out, I think, what happens to the stadium tonight. And then we'll be able to talk a little bit more about Alicia and Nick's state of mind. But I thought Lucy and Strand would have at least had that same level of resentment. JJ says Mel will be burnt toast. JJ, the shocker could be that Mel survives it. We did have a special guest on Friday night. If you guys missed it, Mel from the Vultures said just in the nick of time, rolled out of the ambulance. And you know what? Nick got shot and is dreaming all... No. You know, I'll lose all respect for the show if they do that. That would be Glenn's dumpster scene times 10. That would be terrible, terrible writing. You know, Rial, that's what I think. Because Alicia shot the back of the ambulance, and those ambulances usually have like oxygen tanks and stuff in the ambulance. So I could definitely see Mel being shielded in the front of it. But if Mel survives it, do you think Mel will get like a Harvey Two-Face thing working? You think they'll scar him up a little bit just to make him more resentful? Then Mel would be a villain because his hair's too nice to be a villain. You know what? That would be a great callback. Because every show, and at the end of the season, I swear I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through every show, and we're going to talk about all the references to The Walking Dead. If they burn half of Mel's face, then that would definitely be paying tribute to Dwight from The Walking Dead. I'm going to look for it tonight, though. Mel and Naomi, brother and sister. It's possible. I mean, there could be some connection there. But the way that Naomi's running to get it and Mel says, you know, I thought you got it, Naomi. I don't know. That didn't seem like sibling love. I mean, I think it's just... I think we're going to find out Naomi joins them tonight. And she has spent a little bit of time with them. Because remember, it's been like a year? Some time has passed. Okay, John. So it looks like John is going to live. Thoughts on John tonight? Is John going to make one of those miraculous recoveries? You know, like Rick did? Rick got shot in the side. Jay just kind of, boom. And then a couple episodes later, Rick was good. Is John going to make one of those type of recoveries? Yeah, well, I know he's going to live, but I'm just wondering, like, how soon before we forget that he was even shot? Tina Nicole Jordan, thank you. I'm going to read this because she says, hello, Kill's been following your channel for a while now. Finally able to sit in live. So if you guys could welcome, Tina Jordan, to our broadcast. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. And thanks for your support. Villar says, he's a cop. They recover fast. Yeah, I guess. It's true. You know, Rick and John, they're both cops. They get shot. They heal like no one else. We actually have several people that are probably first time in stream tonight. I've seen a few new faces, so I want to thank all of you guys for being here. It's a great question. So Maggie B need explanation. Why didn't Naomi and Charlie act like they knew each other in the stadium if they're mom and daughter? Maybe they're not mom and daughter. That's a possibility. We're just throwing some things out there. Or there's some really, really good actors. I mean, Charlie was playing it cool. That would be kind of like a double-crossing a double-cross. I mean, that is too far for me to even fathom. Charlie was surprising enough that she was with the Vultures, but if Naomi was there and Naomi was in with the Vultures at the same time and also acted like she didn't know Charlie, my mind is going to be blown tonight. Not even going to be able to follow all of that. It's tough going back and forth from past to present, and the color coding has helped me. I can go black and white to color, and I know kind of where I'm at. But the time frame, the schedule, all of that, it is gradually winding down. We're going to have almost this perfect threshold where the stadium ends and then the next challenge really begins. It's a possibility. Walking Dead Nerd says Naomi could just know Charlie from the FEMA location. Oh, that's, you know what, Jake? Jake from State Farm at 3 a.m. How will they heal John's broken heart? His heart's not broken anymore. He says, I got your note. John, I love John, but John is a cross between somebody and Forrest Gump. I'm trying to figure out who the other somebody is. But he hasn't talked to anyone for a year. So I guess he has a right. He wants his boots back. Clint Eastwood and Forrest Gump had a baby and it was John Dorie. There you go. Fair enough. Wyatt Earp. That Kurt Russell's Wyatt Earp. What's up, Mr. Midnight? Thanks for tuning in. All right, so we talked about Madison possibly helping Mel. Last thing I'm really going to talk about, and well, actually two more things. We talked about this on Friday night because it looked like more Vultures and the group was outnumbered. So one thing I do want you guys to do tonight is when we last saw the group, they were directly in the line of fire. But when I saw the opening minutes tonight, they were behind vehicles and everything else. So I do want to pay special attention to that and to see how they're going to get in a defensive type of position. I will discuss that tonight if it looks too convenient. The other thing is Alicia's got a grenade launcher and Strand has grenades. So that looks to be what makes Mel and group sort of turn around. And the Vultures do kind of look weak to me. They don't look like... I don't know. I'm going to leave that verdict out there because I want to see how they attack the stadium and see if I kind of hate them for a little bit. Because right now I don't hate them. I just don't understand them. So I need them to do something a little bit more evil to make me clearly say this is a bad group. And like Kel said a little early, that might have been what she was alluding to, is do we know that the Vultures actually made the first move? We don't. We're just assuming because of what's happened up to this point that the Vultures are bad because we need a villain, but they haven't been totally vilified. I mean, they're not really out there doing bad stuff. So I'm hoping that they do something tonight to make me understand it a little bit more. What's up, Tommy? And you know what? We're 25 minutes into this stream, and we started out this by giving Tommy a happy birthday salute. So, Tommy, sweet ass enforcer McCandless, happy birthday to you. Appreciate everything that you do for this channel. Some of our sidebars as a moderator, so hopefully you had a wonderful birthday. So, another birthday shout out to you. And Epic Vids 8 says, that's like in Game of Thrones when Jaime is sinking in armor in deep water. In the next episode, he swims out of the water somehow, never explained. You know what, Epic? That is a detail that I would have to divert over to Valar. Valar, can you explain that? Our Super Chat Spotlight. She may just type no explanation. Braun pulled him out. Now I'm going to have to go back. Ah, okay. And Rial says Braun pulled him out. See, that's why I defer. I defer to the Game of Thrones experts that are out there. Braun pulled him out, was still suspect. Okay, fair enough. I will, you know what, we're going to wind this video down, but is custom, I will just give Tommy a shout out and say, it's not my job on your birthday anymore. It's not my job. There you go. You can fill in the blanks. Tommy, thank you. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, what's left of it. And we're going to wind the stream down. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I know we got 30 minutes to go before we get to the show. I think there's going to be some really, really cool stuff that's going to go down. I want to see, does Madison help Mel? What is going down between Alicia and Charlie? Is Charlie and Naomi some kind of connection there? John does live. Morgan, stay tuned for this because I predicted this. I think Lucy might have Charlie in her line of fire and wants to get back, wants to take out revenge for Nick, and that Morgan is going to save Charlie from Lucy. That is my bold, bold prediction. We'll wait and see if it happens tonight, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Althea's role and whether or not Mel can stop, drop, and roll. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody being here tonight, and we're going to, right after Fear the Walking Dead, about 9:15, 9:20ish, we will have our live fan reactions. So, actually, take that back. The Walking Dead tonight, it's going to be 10:15, 10:20ish after the show. You guys know what I mean. Thanks, everybody. I will not do shout-outs, but I'll do shout-outs in the next video. We're going to wind this thing down now. Thanks, everybody. Have a good time tonight. Enjoy the show, and be ready for some wild reactions because this one's going to be intense. Peace.